Hello there, this is Cinemerch86 back with another video, and I am outside the Odeon in Greenwich, all for the purpose of Captain America Brave New World. Now, on the Odeon app, they have made available two Captain Collector's combos. One is just Sam Wilson's helmet with a regular drink, and the other one is a Captain America tin with the shield as a lid and a rock effect cup with the Red Hulk on top. The only problem is, when you go to purchase these items on the app, there's a problem with the payment, and I've gone on social media and a lot of customers have also had this problem. It just doesn't seem to be addressed at the moment, so I've come here at the Odeon today to see in store if I can purchase anything Captain America Brave New World and take home. So as you can see with the picture posted just on screen, I was successful in purchasing both Captain America Brave New World Captain Collector's combos from the Odeon. But first, before I go over the merchandise which I collected, since the movie has not come out at time of recording, I just want to give my brief thoughts on the Brave New World trailer itself. So first off, we have Harrison Ford in the MCU, another great actor coming over into the Marvel Universe. He plays the role of General Ross. He takes over from the previous actor who sadly passed away. Now in the trailer, it looks like that General Ross has become president, and he looks to align himself with the Avengers once again. We saw this in Captain America Civil War, where he was working for the government, and he wanted to align himself with Avengers then, but he wanted them to sign the Accords, which basically meant which the government made decisions on when the Avengers were called upon for incidents. And then you had characters such as Steve Rogers, Sam Wilson, Bucky. They were against signing the Accords because they felt that saving people was a gut feeling. If they felt that they needed to go out and save people, they had that freedom to do so. And obviously the Accords restricted them from doing this. So basically, in Brave New World itself, it looks like Ross wants to work alongside the Avengers once again, but Sam Wilson as Captain America is quite hesitant, because like in Civil War, he's like, what if we both disagree on a decision on anything that happens, and General Ross is just basically like, well, then we'll work on this, we'll work on it together and come to a conclusion. So yeah, we'll just see how that plays out in the film. So next off, I'm going to talk about the villains of the film. So first we have Sidewinder. Apparently in the comics he's a member of the Serpent Society, and I don't know a lot about the villain himself, but we see him in the trailer. He seems to be the one causing the commotion in the government meeting. So yeah, we have a promising villain there for the film. Also we have a returning character. We have the Scientist, which was last seen in the Incredible Hulk movie. He was helping Bruce Banner to get rid of the Hulk virus, the Hulk DNA. In the end, we see the officials march in there, kind of wreck the place. And we see at the end of the scene, the Scientist had looked like he'd been infected with Hulk DNA, leading to something into the future. So here we are now, where he seems to be taking on the role of one of the well-known Hulk villains, the Leader. So yeah, that looks promising there. My thoughts on this is I reckon that during the government meeting, maybe they kidnap General Ross and then they somehow inject him with the Hulk DNA, and that is how he becomes the Red Hulk. Now, you know, I'm just speculating here. Could be right, I could be wrong. Anyway, this looks like to lead down the road with the fight scenes. And I must say first, Harrison Ford in the trailer looks incredible as the Red Hulk. He really does, and I don't think it was anything that any of us expected. But, you know, we weren't disappointed once we saw him, like, in rage mode and everything. And I think this will lead to some incredible fighting scenes with the Red Hulk and Sam Wilson's Captain America. Another one of my opinions, speculations, is I reckon, like, saying Godzilla x Kong, for instance, we will first see the two characters fight each other. And then I think towards the end we'll see Captain America and the Red Hulk team up against the villains towards the end of the film. Anyway, just another speculation of mine, and like I said before, you know, we'll see how it all plays out. Right, just the last thing now I want to say about the trailer, and it is the character of the new Falcon. So apparently, so I've read up, he was introduced in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the Disney Plus series, and it's been a couple of years since I've last watched that. So he may have, he may not have, but I just feel in the trailer itself, I don't think he was introduced very well. I don't think he had a lot of memorable scenes in the trailer. I don't think they helped in getting the character over with the fans of Marvel, like watching the trailers and that. I just felt that even just take a scene from Falcon of the Winter Soldier and embrace it in the trailer, just so we know more about the Falcon character itself. But I mean, I'm sure like during the film, the end of the film, we'll all know what the Falcon's about. We'll all know the character. We'll all love the character. We'll see all the awesome scenes which the Falcon will, that we'll see in the movie. But yeah, these are just my thoughts of the trailer itself, and I'm sure the film overall is going to be a good experience. Right, so lastly, I just want to talk about how the film will perform at the box office. So there's been reports that there was a 180 million budget for the film, which has become quite sceptical amongst a lot of people, because apparently there was some early screenings some time ago which didn't get over well, so they went into reshoots, and with the reshoots it just doesn't seem to add up, as I mean a Marvel film would cost nearly 200 million anyway, and to say that this one only cost 180 million with the reshoots and everything just doesn't seem to add up. So basically, for a movie's performance, you look at a 2.5 multiplier, as they call it. So it is the budget itself times itself and a half, because of marketing, obviously, and that is how you work out how much the film will need to make. So if we put out roughly 600 million, the film's going to need to cross that milestone just to try and make a bit of profit. So the early estimates for the opening have been around 80 to 100 plus million domestically, which is pretty strong, and I'm sure it will add on to the opening with the worldwide markets. But we'll just see if the film has the legs weeks after the release to see if it can make its money back. Also, I'd like to talk about Anthony Mackie. He has big shoes to fill after Chris Evans, who was the original Captain America, and we need to see if he has that box office in him to get people into the cinema playing that lead role. And there's also, will he actually be able to, how he portrays the character himself, and if he'll win himself over with the audience as well. And if he can carry a movie like this, then the future's bright for him into the future. I think there's rumours of him being the leader for the Avengers films later down the line. So yeah, we'll just see how he performs, how the box office does, and that gives us implements into the Marvel Universe and perhaps the Captain America franchise going forward. So that about the trailer being said, it's now time to take a look at what I purchased at the cinemas. So what we have here at first, we have the original Captain America Brave New World Captain Collector's combo, which is just Sam Wilson's Captain America's helmet and a regular drink. This cost you about £31.99, and yeah, this set was unveiled a little while ago in the cinemas actually, and I was just so excited with the announcement of this, being an avid popcorn bucket collector myself, or cinema merchandise collector overall. And yeah, but when I actually saw it unveiled, I was a bit underwhelmed. I mean, it was being called a collector's combo when all you were getting basically was just the popcorn bucket. I know Odeon have done this before, but yeah, I was just disappointed. Like, how do you have a collector's combo when you're just collecting the bucket? So yeah, originally I was disappointed. However, that disappointment was well blown away when the Odeon released a second Captain Collector's combo. So I was like, yes, that's more like it, Odeon. How can you have a collector's combo with the bucket and not have a cup to go with it as well? So here we are. We have the tin itself, which has got the logo of the film on the front. We'll go into the design of the bucket momentarily. The lid on top is fashioned as Captain America's shield, which, yeah, is a basic idea, but when pulled off correctly, like it has been done here, it just looks so incredible. And we also have the cup as well. I like to call it the Rock Effect cup. It's not known as the name, but it's just what I've called it. You can have a look. You have like the Rocky effects, and you also have the characters' logos on the cup itself. And then right on top of the lid, you have Harrison Ford's Red Hulk, basically just smashing it up about the place. And yeah, I was just pleased overall that they released another combo set. So going into the prices for the set now, the whole combo together cost you about £22.39. But you're also able to buy these items separately, with the tin coming at £12.59 and the cup coming at £15.29. So yeah, I was just pleased overall that they were releasing another combo. So as stated earlier on in the video, these items were made available on the Odeon app. Now when I went on to the app itself and I went to purchase these items, at the end when it come to the payment, it was like, oh sorry, the payment will not go through, or something along the lines of that. And yeah, I thought there was something wrong with my app. Went on to social media on the pages where they'd advertised the combos, and apparently a lot of customers were having the same problem, saying that the payment was not going through. There was also on there as well that items were selling out. So I was just like, if you can't purchase the items through the app, how are these items selling out? So I thought the only way to remedy this was to go to the Odeon cinema myself, just to see if I could pick up anything. And luckily enough, I went straight into the cinema, had a look on the counter, and saw all of these great items there waiting for me to purchase. So yeah, hopefully the problem's been remedied by now. But yeah, at the end of the day, I was just glad that I was able to purchase these items and take them home. So also, as you've seen since in my YouTube short, I also went to Cineworld and purchased this popcorn bucket, as I like to call it, the Winged Shield popcorn bucket. This cost me about £24.99. Cineworld were also doing some other items. You had 2 cup toppers of both Captain America and Red Hulk. Not the usual toppers. These seem to be a bit more cartoony, a bit more animated. It's not really designed of the toppers which I go for. Still great items, don't take me wrong. Along with that, you also had like a Harrison Ford Red Hulk bust, do they call it? So it's basically just the face of the Red Hulk. It's mounted on the shoulders as well. And this is a popcorn bucket. It's also an incredible design. I'll put a picture advertising these sets on the screen now. So with everything I've collected at the cinemas here on screen, it is now time to take a look at a closer look and a more in-depth look at the items themselves. So here we have the first of the Captain Collector's combos, which is brought to us by the Odeon. And the first item we have here is the Sam Wilson Captain America helmet popcorn bucket. As you can see here, for a plastic popcorn bucket, the detail on it is absolutely incredible. And I think it's a great representation of the character's helmet on screen. And with that all being said, it is now time to take a look at the features of this popcorn bucket. So for the first feature of this popcorn bucket, I'm going to show you the lid. So if we roll the item forward, you can see there that there's a catch. You put your thumb under the catch, press down with your fingers, then push up with your thumb, and that opens the lid very nicely. And you can see the inside of the popcorn bucket there, which you installed all of your popcorn. And you can also see at the bottom there is another feature which I will be showing you next. Now time to take a look at the other feature of this popcorn bucket. At first we're just going to have a look at the underside of the bucket itself. So you can see there with the writing Marvel Studios, Captain America, Brave New World, the logo there. And then you have Only in Cinemas, along with the name of Marvel, copyright, and Made in China. So if you have a look underneath all of that, you can see the battery compartment there. And then there is a switch underneath here, which is currently set as off. And this is where I'm going to show you the popcorn buckets feature. So we're just going to switch out the lights. Obviously I'm filming during the day, so you might not see this feature at its full strength. But we're just going to do the underside again. And we're going to flick the switch. place it back on the table, and you can see a red glow there in the visionary of the popcorn bucket, which is a very nice touch, a very nice addition to the popcorn bucket itself. Maybe a better way to take a look at the feature is if we open up the lid here. You can have a look at the inside, and there is the base of where the lights are, and obviously the light just gathers up on the inside of the popcorn bucket and illuminates the vision shield. And if I do it at an angle, you actually have, yeah, you can definitely have more of a vision there of the light feature operating. And so there we have the light up feature of this popcorn bucket. Right, so now we move on to the next Captain Collector's combo. What we have here first is the popcorn tin. Yeah, I think it's a very nice design. You can see at the front here, Marvel Studios, Captain America, Brave New World, only in cinemas, in writing there on the front. And then as we turn around to the back of the popcorn bucket, you can see a very good representation of Captain America's shield, which just happens to be grasped by the Red Hulk, giving us hints of what we could be seeing in the movie itself. And yeah, I just think it's a very nice tin. It's very basic with a black colour, with all the images on it itself. Pretty basic, but you know, I think it's really good, great design, and I think it does exactly what it says on the tin. No pun intended. So there is an early look at the popcorn tin itself. So next we're just going to take a look at the underside of the tin. So if we flip it up, you can see there we have the items barcode, and then we have in writing Marvel Studios, Captain America, Brave New World, 2025 Marvel Studios. And then you just have all the warning signs there, and then made in China. And then you also have the Golden Link logo with the address underneath. Yeah, Golden Link just pretty much make quite a lot of the popcorn buckets previously covered on my channel, as well as other popcorn buckets that are currently available. So now it's time to take a look at the top of the tin. So here we go. If I flip it over here, there you can see a great design, great representation of Captain America's shield. Also has a bit of shading effects on there as well, which I think just adds to the great effect of the lid itself. We place it down here, so we're going to see how it opens. So there's no catch really. You just put your thumb under the outline of the lid, push down with your fingers, push up with your thumb, and the lid comes off. And we'll just take a look at the top of the lid once again. So yeah, just a great effect of Captain America's shield there. And then we'll place that down to the side. And we'll just have a look inside the tin itself, which is, yeah, just a nice red effect inside the tin there. You can see the inline of the outer designs on the inside there, of the shield and in the writing. And then, yeah, we just flip that back up there now. Put the lid back on top. And there we have the Captain Collector's Combo Captain America tin. So now you can see the second item of this Captain Collector's Combo. This is the Collector's Cup. I like to call it the Rock Effect Cup. I guess you could also call it the Stone Effect Cup. Well, along with the Red Hulk Cup, if you like. So looking at the exterior design of the cup itself, you can see there's a nice rock, stony effect on the exterior, but you can also see embedded are the logos of the characters in the film itself, which I think is a very nice touch to the cup. And if you have a look at the top there, you can see the Red Hulk there, basically just smashing everything up, having a good time. You can also see the straw there as well. It's not quite a cup topper. The Red Hulk can't be removed from the lid, but even so, I just think it's a very nice design for the cup. And yeah, so definitely a worthy addition into your cinema merchandise collection. Right, so now we're just going to take a look at the lid of the cup itself. So if we move it closer on screen, you can see that it's not quite a swing until release. You just have to kind of like grab the lid itself until it comes off like so. And then as you can see there, it comes with the straw. So we'll just pull the straw out there for the moment. And yeah, here is the lid of the cup. And as you can see there, you have a very nicely detailed Red Hulk there. Basically just smashing everything up. And you can also see the rock effects as well at the base of the lid itself. There's the hole where the straw goes through. And yeah, I just think it's a very nice touch for the cup itself. Just have a quick look at the top there as well. And yeah, there we go. We're just going to place the lid back on top of the cup now. You have to push it down. It does take a bit of a forcing. Now we have the straw there as well. We're going to place this inside the hole there. And yeah, there we have it. The Red Hulk Captain Collector's Combo Cup. So, last but not least, we have the Captain America Brave New World Ring Shield Popcorn Bucket, which I like to call it. I purchased this from Cineworld, but I think it will be made available at other cinemas closer to the time of the film's release. I'm not going to put this item on the turntable, as I've already done that on my YouTube short, but we're just going to take a closer look at the bucket itself. So you can see here there is an excellent representation of Captain America's shield there. I don't think, and I would not advise, to try and take the shield off of the base of the bucket, just in case you end up breaking it and you won't be able to get the shield back on again. Speaking of the base, move this closer here, you can see Marvel Studios, Captain America, Brave New World written there. Place it back there, and now we are just going to flip it around to take a look at the top. And there is the inside of the bucket itself, where you install all of your popcorn. So yeah, you can get a decent amount of popcorn inside there. But now we move on to the main feature of the popcorn bucket itself, as we flip it around to the back. And there you can see there is Captain America's wings there. So yeah, taking a closer look now, you can see there's a couple of circular screw features there, which enables you to swing the wings round, and you can put them into neutral position, which I'd say is about there. Yes, that looks pretty nice there. But once you've purchased the item and you happen to want to do like a story on Facebook, as it's in portrait mode, you can also swing the wings further up to the top there. And so I'll show you on screen now. There you go, the wings up on the top, posing upwards. So yeah, it's a really cool feature. As I say, the screws here, if you cannot pose the wings, you can just get a screwdriver, just screw the screw in tighter there, and yeah, you're unable to the wing to pose in its position once again. So yeah, I don't think it's quite a 360 motion, but you know, you ain't really gonna want to swing it around 360. So yeah, that's the posability of the wings there. Just take a quick look at them now. Is pretty much just a flat plastic there. There's no really embossing or anything of the plastic itself for the details, but even then I just think it's a very incredible design and a nice feature for the popcorn bucket itself. So there we have it, the Winged Shield popcorn bucket. Hi, so if you can actually see me behind all of these items here, just about brings the end to the video now. So if you can, always remember to strike the like, vibe and subscribe, and to always remember to bucket and stuff it. And I'll see you all in the next video.